welcome to the Midnight Ride with Grayman Prepping. How's everybody doing up there? And I just got another ad pop up here for Harbor Freight. The other ones were bank ads and something else, but I see ads popping up again now that the countdown has ended. So, anyways, not sure how many people are seeing me right now. Go ahead and get rid of that. And T-Boar's here. And geez, and I'm getting a Granger ad, Harbor Freight Granger, and then Harbor Freight pushes everything down because it wants to hang on longer after the big ad's gone. All right. Let's just get in there so I can say hi to everybody. Let's see. All right, so first one in was Walt Rogers, then Phelan Clan Wolf, then Troop 1351, then Chef Tech, Mother Earth Garden Club, Shady Hill Homestead, Angels Homestead, Mad Chick Acres, Aiden Air, T-Boar's here, Utah Mike is here, Diana 2 is here. Okay, all right. So those that haven't seen it, there's a little at the top of the chat. There's a poll going on. It's going to be going on tonight. It's going to go on Saturday, and it's going to go on Tuesday. So I get a feeling for everything else, because I know there are some that don't even make it to this one that are on the other ones. And just trying to, try to see how everybody feels about it. And what did it say here? Let me get back up there and look at it. So right now it says there are 13 votes. 14 votes. It's got to change because the numbers just changed there. Yeah, 14 votes. 7% 8 o'clock. 29% say 9 o'clock. And 64% say leave it at 10 o'clock. Okay. Well, that's how it's going so far. Anywho, so we're going to be checking on that. Other stuff kind of before I jump into the other news here. I received a comment in one of my videos. Evidently, Alaska Prepper stopped posting videos 2 months ago. Has anybody heard anything about something up with him or anything like that? Let me get this. It's got bumped. Let me straighten that around so I'm centered more again. There we go. Now I'm more centered. So that, it'll be, several people, I don't know why they're asking me. I actually don't follow him, but, they know I follow a couple other people up there in Alaska. So I put out, emails and stuff to those I do follow. Say, hey, have you heard anything? So if anybody hears anything, let me know. Oh, he's doing okay. Cool. Thank you, Seabass. I was kind of wondering, everyone's kind of wondering, why did he suddenly stop putting out videos? All righty. All right. Oh, that's what it was. Thank you. I had a feeling it was something like that. So, all righty. All right. Okay, now, I guess on to the news first. Let me get this out of the way. That gone. Boom. And get the news up. I got 7.5. All right, so first one is targeted specifically at California. And so the Luigi, Luigi Mangoni initiative targets insurance delays and denials in California. The proposed California ballot initiative would forbid insurers from delay, deny, or modifying medicine and or care prescribed by a doctor. Yeah. Okay. Because I've known a lot of things. Oh, sorry, no, we don't think that's necessary. We're not doctors. We don't have all the facts, but we don't think that's necessary. Or no, we're going to change that. It shouldn't be that. It needs to be this instead. Hey, Prepper 101. So, all right. So that's what's going on there. So that sounds like something I can agree with coming out of California. Insurance companies know if the doctor says this is needed, this is needed. If it's covered by the plan, you must cover it. And you can't modify, say, oh, no, we think it needs to be this. We don't have all the facts, but, friggin' money changers. All right, so the CAL FIRE, the California Department of Fire, has updated the fire maps for California and added nearly 4 million Californians added them to the hazardous zones. All right. Yeah, guys, you don't have to watch the entire ads. All right. Unless you want it. Unless it's one you're interested in. That's all I'm going to say. All right. So basically, they put 4 million Californians into hazard zones. Interesting enough, the majority of those are not out in the forest. They're on the edge of rural areas or areas where there are big forest parks in the middle of cities, like happened in Pacific Palisades. Hey, they're only as good as those teaching them and the curriculum the ones are teaching from. Oh, I am sorry to hear about that, Angels Homestead. All right. Okay, so that takes care of the second one here. The next news one chaps my hide no end. There are a bunch of news articles out there about this, so I'm going to clarify this right now. I'm not giving out any medical suggestions or anything else. I'm just reporting on what the Martinez Patch News says, and then what a bunch of the other news and what our federal government says. All right, it says, I got to go in it so I can actually give the full thing. And it says California kindergarten jibbity jab rate as the little bumps outbreaks hits 3 states. According to the state health officials, the California Department of Public Health, the kindergarten pre-jab assessment report shows that while the MDOT's outbreaks occurred in Texas, New Mexico, and Oklahoma, and internationally, the Golden State, California, continues to report more than 90% of the M, and the other one in the 3 jibbity jabs maintain this level of jabbing. And it says the level necessary to prevent community spread, which according to our federal government is BS. Specifically the 3-letter jibbity jab has never been tested, and it has been linked to other things as well because of the advents that are in it. Do your own research. I'm not saying one. I'm not pushing one way or other. I'm telling you, do your research. Talk to your doctor. And yeah. But what is interesting, the one quote from it was not from it at all. It is part now of a malpractice lawsuit going on because the people that were administrating the care screwed up and gave some for something else, and that's what caused the poor kid to. Okay, and that's all over the news. That's been in a lot of news articles, and so check your sources yourself. And of course, I can see they're giving out fake numbers as well as far as the numbers as well for some. So we're just going to move on from that. Geez, I had the two M's, and it was gone. So that's just an anecdotal. That's not telling anybody else anything about what I did or anything. All right, got one here coming that was sent me to was sent to me by Kaylin. Let me see. Tammy Harder's in here now. Anybody else sliding in? Okay. Okay, so the headline is New Mexico Republican Party headquarters targeted and firebombed. And then she got this from AOL.com news, and it says the party headquarters was targeted in a suspected arson attack. Oh, geez. Look at it. It was not suspected. It was, yeah. Okay, let's go on, get back and move on to some of the other ones. I'm going to save that one for later. Another one bites the dust in California. Once popular restaurant chain faces bankruptcy. However, this is not a close it down type bankruptcy. It's just a restructuring organization bankruptcy, which ticks off a lot of the people that they owe debt to. Because way it works. I'm not sure it's chapter 11 or chapter 13, but Hooters. Yeah, Hooters. Woohoo! Yeah. All right. So this is nationwide. Hooters has filed for chapter 11 bankruptcy. They announced on Monday, and so the chain, which is, come on, where is it? I think it's Texas. Yeah, in Texas, its headquarters where they filed that. And so, like, there's 7 Hooters in California, 6 down in the LA area near Corsair Trainers. Shadow Scout Swede, good evening. And then 1 up in the Bay Area near Roanoke Park. But anyways, yeah. So the company said it expects to emerge from Chapter 11 bankruptcy protection in approximately 90 to 120 days. So, okay, it's unclear which company-owned Hooters locations are being sold. Any franchises are protected. The franchises are not being sold. So, all right, let's get rid of that one, and let's go back here. And all right, this one here, I got a laugh out of this headline. Trump tariff effect in California. What products will cost more? Anything from China. Any of the cheap knockoff crap you're buying from China instead of buying from American-made companies. Yeah. I figure they're always bankrupt, morally speaking. Yeah. All right. So, yeah. And there is some interesting black and white news footage or things from back in the day talking about tariffs and how yeah, how prior to the big money men bribing Congress to pass an amendment to allow for a central bank and and to allow income tax, that other than time of the First World War, Second World War, and another war, the rest of the wars we never had income tax. And under the Spanish American War, the Spanish pooped their pants when they saw how fast America raised the money to get stuff going on that, and they're like, "Oh crap!" Anyways, all right. The next two are combined in one, basically here. And let me drop the link in here because I know there's going to be others who want to come up here for this one. All right, let me take a look at the poll. The poll currently is sitting at 68% to leave it at 10 o'clock, 5% to 8 o'clock, and 27% for 9 o'clock for the time change. Oh. Several people had made comments, especially those on the Monday and Tuesday and Saturday earlier times that they can't make it to this one, and had mentioned that, hey, can you move it up an hour or two? That's interesting because I saw him doing another one, wanting to go back to tariffs and end income tax. That was it. It was another one. So he may have wanted to end tariffs, and someone gave him the 411 on how it works in income tax, and then he wanted to end income tax instead. Righty. Okay, so the next one here was on Tuesday. Look here. Yeah, one came out on Tuesday, one came out on Wednesday. So Val Kilmer died, age 65. And there's all about that. And then the other one here is Val Kilmer's 10 most memorable characters. And I think since we know he died, I'm going to go for into this one here and bring it up and then go back and finish purging. That is red. Okay. And we're going to fix that, get that out of there. All righty, so. And here come the ads, folks. Yeah, I see an ad over there. Oh, man. Okay. This article, what was it put up by? Arts and Entertainment. Here comes Mark.
Yeah, it's me.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm on my iPad. I had to pick another icon. I don't have anything on here. So.
Yeah. Anyways, for Val Kilmer's movies, I mean, interesting thing, I did not know this about him. At age 17, he was the youngest actor ever accepted into the prestigious Juilliard School at the time. The youngest. That's pretty daggone impressive.
My favorite movie from Val Kilmer, Top Secret.
I knew you were going to say that one.
Why? Because I owned a whole lot of Pintos, and that was the best scene ever in the field.
All right, and that I don't think they mentioned Top Secret as one of his top 10. It got an honorable mention in the article here. The article jumps all over the place, though.
Yeah, I don't care. I still like that movie.
Yeah. All right, his number one most iconic role. Heat was mentioned as well. Now here comes Lewis, I think. There he is. Hey, Lewis.
Hey, got your power back. Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So they listed, and what I think rightly so, because of what it led to, his most iconic film role was also his breakout role. Iceman. Top Gun.
Oh, I was going to say Iceman. Never saw that movie. Top Gun? Yeah, I saw that movie.
Top Gun. And it says, not only did Iceman do wonders for beach volleyball, spinning the ball on his finger and all that, I need more baby oil.
Should have done a Hooters commercial.
But he uttered a line that would go down in cinema history, according to the author here. You can be my wingman anytime. Now, here's the thing. Kilmer did not want to do Top Gun. He thought it was a silly warmongering film, which he had a distaste for. Also, he did not think that Iceman was not the deepest character on the page. But because of his contract with the studio, he didn't have a choice. Thank goodness. So he created his own depth and backstory of pain, deciding that his own father had ignored him for the peacocking pilot who was obsessed with perfection, blah, blah. It goes into it, all the backstory he gave to it, and worked it out with the director, Tony Scott, in case they wanted to bring anything up. He created a whole backstory for it, and all right, this is the backstory of my character. And so I'm not sure if anything was mentioned elsewhere, but yeah. Okay. One of the other ones that I saw shortly after that I liked, and which I thought was a funny, heroic, tongue-in-cheek role, was Mad Mardigan in Willow. I mean, he was playing it even more bumbling than Harrison Ford played Indiana Jones or Han Solo. I've got this, slip, fall down in the mud. Let's see. And interesting that for those that didn't know it, the princess daughter of the villainess, what is it? Joanne Whaley, how do you pronounce that? Whaley. They met on the set and they got married, had a couple kids. Then they got divorced. Batman Forever. Oh, all right. Make sure you got your galoshes on and your Zodiac ready to fire up.
Hell, that rain's coming to me tomorrow night, all weekend, so I'm not going to the cabin. I'm just going to be on live streams and playing with my freeze dryer. I'm trying to think of a name for all the pork loins I bought, but I wasn't going to say. Anyway, yeah, I can't say that.
Yeah. Val Kilmer was excited going into Batman till he put on the costume. Then he friggin' hated the movie.
Little hot, little heavy.
No, he couldn't move in it. It was so it's like getting not just a leather, a rubberized suit. It was a thick rubberized suit that he couldn't move in. He had to have help standing up from sitting down. Yeah.
Batman doesn't sit down.
Yeah. And finally he goes, most of the time they had him standing with his hands on his hip and he just absolutely hated that. hey, this is a guy that went to into the Juilliard. I mean, yeah, of course he hated it because the suit, the idiot that designed the suit made it non-functional.
Well, he wasn't really supposed to be Batman. He was supposed to look like Batman.
Anyways, he went straight from the rap of Batman Forever to Michael Mann's Heat. There it goes. There's Heat. Crypto ad for PFL. Oh, come on, what are any ads here? No. Okay. Oh. Well, I take it that the tornado missed you, Tibor, fortunately. Damn. Pardon me. And of course, he gave him, it says here that Kramer had the chance to perform opposite heavyweights Robert De Niro, Al Pacino, and John Voight. Yeah, I mean, to play it opposite or even with either, any of those guys would have been a learning experience. And he said of Heat, working it was pure joy. There's an actor for you, a real actor for you. CP is in the house.
Of course, Bob just went live just now. Really, Bob? Thanks, Bob.
Yeah. Anywho, let's see here.
I loved it when the truck plowed into the armored bank car in Heat.
All right, let's see what we got here else coming up here for him. Other things here, let's see. The Doors. I never saw the Doors. But he played Jim Morrison. And let's see. But there is one that's been mentioned several times, playing Doc Holliday in Tombstone. I'm your Huckleberry. That's perfect.
Yeah, for my dog.
In the background.
My dog's barking. My dog's head is glowing. I just
it looks like
that. There you go. I'll mute him now. He's barking at his friends, the fire sirens.
Yeah. And he was in Wonderland. I never heard. That's one movie I didn't hear or see or go to. He played Simon Templar the Saint, and in a totally different take on it. I think I saw 3 other versions of it. Of course, the Roger Moore was the most famous version, but there was another all British version and another one that didn't do hardly well at all. But to me, Roger Moore was always the impeccable Simon Templar, and Val Kilmer's, the screenplay on that one gave it a totally different twist to it. How many of you saw Thunderheart, where he played the half Native American FBI agent? That was pretty intense. It was good. He played a part Sioux FBI agent looking into problems on the Sioux reservation. And then, hey, there it is. He played Nick Rivers in. Mark wandered off. Top secret.
I'm still here. I'm just trying to text Bob and be like, really, dude? You had to do this random live stream during kills. You're killing me.
Yeah. Anyways, those are some of the ones listed there on his top performances. But I will say that let's see, trying to remember whichever, Top Gun. A lot of married women had it where, oh, and a lot of women that get married afterwards are still, oh, every time they saw him. So, all right, whose heart went pitter patter when George, that's it. George Siegel was the other one. Was one of the other ones, yes. He had me at the yeah, okay. Yeah, CB admitted to it. All right, ladies, who else were going, oh.
Oh, I was.
and Kaylin Strain's here. So yeah, he did a lot of good movies. All right. So let me go ahead and drop that out of there. Actually, yeah, drop that. I'm going to bring one more thing up over here just to get a full list here. Let me go into his Wikipedia. All right. Films. His first movie. Oh, I missed the other one, which I saw actually before Top Gun. But Top Secret was his first one in '84. Real Genius in '85. He played Chris Knight. That I liked Real Genius. That was a good one. Top Gun in '86. Willow in '88. Kill Me Again in '89. The Doors in '91. Thunderheart in '92. In '93, The Real McCoy, Tombstone, and True Romance. He played Elvis Presley in True Romance. Then he did, and then in '95 he did Batman Forever, Heat, and Wings of Courage, which was a short film. '96 he did The Island of Dr. Moreau, Ghost in the Darkness. I saw Ghost in the Darkness was a good one. I don't care what people say. That was a good one. And he also did Dark Girl. '97 was The Saint. '98 was Prince of Egypt, Moses / God voice. Prince of Egypt. We got a DVD of it for the grandkids to watch. It's animated. So that was '98. So '96, '97, '98, '99 was First Sight, and Joe the King. 2000 was Pollock and Red Planet. 2002 was The Salton Sea, and then Hard Cash, which was a direct-to-video. 2003 was his big he had a couple big years here. All right, we're getting there. All right, 2003, Wonderland, Missing, Blind Horizon, and Masked and Anonymous. 2004, Spartan, Stateside, Alexander, and George and the Dragon. And that he had an uncredited cameo in George of the Dragon. He slacked back in 2005, just did 2 movies. Mind Hunters and Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. 2006, he stepped it up one more. He did Summer Love and Moscow Zero, both were direct to video. 10th and Wolf, played another direct-to-video, and Deja Vu. 2007, he whipped it back just to do one movie, Have Dreams Will Travel. And then he really cranked it up in 2008. Oh, he's cranking it up here. 2008 was Conspiracy, Felon, Delgo, 222, direct-to-video. A lot of these are direct-to-video or voice. Columbus Day and The Love Guru. He played himself, uncredited cameo. The Love Guru. That was a funny movie. 2009, The Chaos Experiment, Street of Blood, American Cowslip, The Thaw, Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call, New Orleans, Hardwired, Double Identity, all 2009. Wow. I think 2009 was his big year for putting out stuff. 3 movies direct to video, and then 5 movies direct to video. 2010, The Traveler, Bloodworth, MacGuber, and Gun. 2011, Kill the Irishman, Blood Out, 5 Days of War, and Twix. 2012 was Seven Below, Wyatt Earp's Revenge. He played older Wyatt Earp. The Fourth Dimension, played himself. Breathless. Then in 2013, Riddle, Planes. He did voice in Planes. Well, I didn't know he was in Planes. So he played the character Bravo. All right, Stand Up and Palo Alto in 2013. Tom Sawyer and Huckleberry Finn, he played Mark Twain. 2017, Song to Song, The Snowman, The Super. 2019, Jay and Silent Bob Reboot, had a cameo in that. Firstborn, and then Cinema Twain, he played Mark Twain. And let's see. 2020 was A Soldier's Revenge. Pay Dirt. 2021 was Birthday Cake, and his self-made documentary about his life called Val. And then his last film role in 2022 was Iceman in Top Gun Maverick. And he actually did a few TV shows too. Holy crud. Knight Rider, 2008 to 2009. He voiced Kit in Knight Rider. Let's see. He made some after-school specials, Murder on the Moulin Rouge, The Man Who Broke 1,000 Chains, Billy the Kid. These are all TV films or episodes. Saturday Night Live himself, Entourage, Numbers. I don't remember him in Numbers, and I've seen it twice, all this entire series twice. Comanche Moon, 13, The Conspiracy, Life's Too Short, Ghost Girls with an H in girls. 2 episodes there. Spoils of Babylon, 3 episodes. He was in Psych, and the Chloe Show, and then a TV thing called Willow, and he brought up it was archive footage, and then he did stage theater. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different things in stage theater. Oh, the new Knight Rider was dreadful. Yeah. You weren't the one being chased by his wife with the frying pan. Ad for hearing aids, huh? All right, what do we got over here? All right, we've had 26 votes on the moving the time, and right now it sits at 62% for leaving it where it's at, 27% moving it to 9 o'clock, and 12% moving it to 8 o'clock. And I got another freaking Harbor Freight ad. Excuse me. Oh.
Yeah, today I went out we had the power failure going still today. Mm-hmm. I go out to get like an 18-liter of kerosene for the kerosene heater, and I got a bunch of water, but it's for like washing dishes and flushing the toilet and stuff like that. So I went in and got some water, drinking water for me and the dog. And so get back. In about an hour, the lights come back on. So, okay. There's always going to be another power failure.
Yeah, we, the weather here was, get this right here. So, okay, that's weird. It said this afternoon, slight chance of rain, 20%. I'm sorry, the sun was shining bright out, and it was shining so nice, bright, and hot. I had the blinds turned so the sun could hit my my indoor garden, and a lot of stuff started growing a whole bunch today.
Yeah, it was nice and warm here. I think it almost hit 60 today.
Yeah,
it hit 73 here up where I'm working. And it's still right now. It's still 68 out here, and it's 20 to 11 p.m.
Yeah,
and it's raining, but you know.
Yeah, I'm looking here at this stuff here. Let me refresh it so I can get the current temp. Okay, current temp is 39. It dropped from the 44 earlier today. High tomorrow's 48. Saturday is 53. Sunday is 59. Monday is 60. With a slight chance of rain Monday night. And Tuesday morning, high is 59 on Tuesday. 61 on Wednesday, and 69 next Thursday. Woohoo! We're gonna get up there. The low tonight is 28. Tomorrow night's 25. Saturday is 30. Sunday night is 35. 40 is the low on Monday night. Where's Tuesday? Tuesday night, 40. Tuesday night, 39. Wednesday night. So we're warming back up again like we were a couple of weeks ago.
I don't know how far tornadoes expand out up in the sky, right? For like the clouds and the weather.
Yeah.
But I think that tornado, because I heard it was supposed to hit parts of Michigan, like northern Michigan. And I think that with the weather we had last night and that, it was a part of it. Because we had everything: snow, sleet, rain, thunder showers, rain. Like my backyard, it's got a couple of ponds in it. And my septic tank, I might have to deal with that. Because it's got the old weeping tile in it.
Yeah.
And the second year I was here, I had to have it sucked out, and it was just pouring right back into the septic tank from the weeping tiles.
Yeah. That's old ones like that using the tiles and stuff. They did not put those as deep as they should have. If they were to replace yours, they'd probably go down several feet deeper with the drain field, just to avoid that. And they would probably lay all the rock out and stuff, and then probably lay visqueen over the top of it before they put the dirt back on it, so to keep that from happening.
Yeah, I know it's an older one because the septic tank is all cement cased and it's not a real huge one. It's like I can get 5 years out of it, but I'm pushing it, right? Like,
yeah,
like really pushing it. And the guy said it's smaller. It's got to be, but the church that I'm living in, it's like from 1880.
yeah.
So I don't know how old, like if it's been refreshed or what have you. But it's not, the weeping tiles aren't very deep. It's got to be like a couple, 2-3 feet at most.
Yeah, I know when we were putting back when I was doing construction, we put a field in for someone. He had the tank installed, everything else, and the county. He wasn't in the city; he was in the county. The county goes, "Oh, you're the guy. Your tank and everything's fine, but where they started that they dug to do it, that's not going to work. They need to do this, that, and the other." And the company that he had hired to do it disappeared in the night because it was way beyond their skill level. And so the company my brother and I were working for at that time, W&W Construction, they got I guess the guy had insurance on the job. The other guys had flaked on, so the insurance company paid for it. So we went in there, and we had a John Deere 450 dozer with a backhoe on it, and then we had a 225 cat excavator and a D6 dozer, and we went in there on the hillside, and we dug it all out, wider than what the county said was the minimum, did everything for the guy and everything else because we were paid to do something, and we wanted to make a good impression with the county inspectors and be one of the ones they recommend for for stuff. County guys were just absolutely ecstatic when they saw what we did with it because it was on a slope. We couldn't run the pipe. We didn't run the pipe straight down. We ran the pipes down a little bit, turned them, ran 4 pipes this way, turned and ran it like this. So they had a chance to soak in before, as it went down. But
it's not like I couldn't do that with mine where it comes out of the septic tank.
Yeah.
Like say for a foot or two and then make it go down to, I don't know, 3-4 feet for sure. Yeah. And then carry on from there.
Yeah, we put this down because partially because of the hillside, but partially because of the way the soil was up there. We dug it down 5 foot. It was just easier. We just dug it out, dozed it out, leveled it off, and put it in, and then brought in the rock and laid. Actually, we put 2 feet of rock under it. Put some filter fabric down. Put the pipe down. Put filter fabric over the pipe. Then we put a layer of 3/4 inch crushed drain rock on top of that. Then put another layer of filter fabric and sand on top of that, and then the soil. And
that worked nicely.
Oh yeah, I mean that was the inspector said this will last 200 years, no sweat.
Yeah, the minimum code, like even here in Canada, they do things by minimum code, and it just gets crappier and crappier every year.
Yeah. Happy Mac is here. Fresh Pet LG refrigerator. Cool. Yeah, yesterday I had I had 2 pumpkins that were up yesterday afternoon. This morning when the grandkids were here, there were 4 pumpkins up, and there was a total in the one tray there were 8 out of 8 golden zucchinis that had come up, and in the forget what the long tubular one with the bulb on the end of it for the squash where all the seeds are. That summer one, that one, I got 5 of those have come up out of 12, 5 out of 12. But oh, Happy Mac's been lurking. Okay, and Took by V's here. So yeah, my the garden's going. I mean, my indoor garden seeding project, indoor greenhouse is doing pretty good. I did bring in a 2 of the 10-gallon pots, and got lined them with the weed blocker to keep the soil from going out the holes. Filled it up, transplanted the cucumber into it yesterday. Transplanted that yesterday, and today that cucumber almost doubled in size. It's just so happy in that rabbit poo. And this rabbit poo's been decomposing for a couple of years, but it's been inside of the half 55-gallon barrels. And the last 2 years, I didn't use the barrels. They just sat there and decomposed and had happy worms in there. And so it's growing and stuff. And today I transplanted one of the other 4 original tomatoes I had in there. And transplanted it into one of those. I got 2 more of those pots outside. I'm probably going to go ahead and fill those up and put the other 2 of the other tomatoes that came from the seeds my wife had, and get those going. And when those get at the end of May, I'll let my daughter take 1 or 2 of them across the street and put them on the cement pad on the side of the house there, so that she can keep an eye on them, and the grandsons can go, "Oh, that's tomatoes, right? Oh, this one wasn't ripe. It was too green."
Not ripe enough.
Good night, Tibor. Have a good one. But so now I got 27 of the Mountain Princess tomatoes that have popped up. And I've got, of the California Dream bell peppers, 3 or 4. I think I got 4 of the bell peppers. So another one just was just poking through. I got to see just a little bit of green of the stems getting ready to pop up like that, sticking up. And I got 3 of those. I can't pronounce the name of them. That I showed in the when I showed the seeds and stuff a couple weeks back. The sweet hot stuff one. 3 of those have come up, and they're looking pretty good. Of course, I've never grown peppers before, so if they're up and they're green, they're looking pretty good to me.
It's a plant. It grew. Be happy.
Oh yeah, and it's a hard plant to grow, so I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of upset. Not really, but so I told you I planted 9 pots of 3 each of acorn squash and spaghetti squash. Well, all but like 4 spaghettis came up. None of the acorns came up. These are all seeds I pulled out of an acorn squash I bought locally. Mm-hmm. But maybe I should have, what do they call it when you got to freeze them for like a week?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I didn't do that. I didn't do that to the spaghetti squash. They all came in.
Well, so, some squash need chill hours. Other ones don't.
Yeah, well, these might have. And I still have more seeds. It's been.
Yeah, just toss them in the refrigerator for a week.
Yeah, they've been literally in the basement in buckets for a year. So
that's what I did with my garlic. I don't know nothing about squash, but I bought a store-bought garlic. Right? You've seen the videos, right, Mark? And
yeah,
put it in the refrigerator for almost a month.
See, I didn't have to do that with my garlic. I bought it from I forget which one of the seed companies I ordered them from. They came in. They actually sat at my kitchen table for a little too long, and some of them went soft. A few of them came up of that variety. All the other ones, they came up fine. They were still a hard neck. They're all coming up. So I got like 60 garlics growing right now in my little 4x8 bed.
Yeah, I put out Oh, shoot, did I put? Hang on, I gotta take a look over here at my little thing here. Unboxing. Yes. Okay. So I have another video coming out tomorrow. I videoed both today, but so I put up the mail call one today, and from M.I. Gardner, and I got like Italian large leaf basil, lemon basil, Hale's Best Jumbo Cantaloupe melon, Cal Sweet Watermelon, Green Fresh Honeydew Melon, Honey Rock Melon, which is a cantaloupe, Planter's Jumbo Cantaloupe, Dixie Queen Watermelon, Sugar Pie Pumpkin, Jack-o'-lantern Pumpkin, Howden Pumpkin, and Lemon Balm. The thing of Lemon Balm, 500 seeds in there. I don't know if that's a good thing, good sign or a bad sign.
Those are tiny, tiny little micro seeds.
Yeah.
I still have a bag I got to send off to Tammy.
I'm just wondering what the germination rate is.
Oh, mine grow like weeds along the foundation of my house. I went out there and just grabbed handfuls of the seed pod dried leaves and just scraped them into a baggie, and I'll ship them out to her because she doesn't get them out there. They grow like literally weeds around here. I cut them with the lawnmower. All the local vegans drool when I cut my grass.
All right. Goodbye, Sandy. Good night.
Good night.
Yeah, so I'm just wondering now if I should try just direct sewing it, or whether I should do strips of toilet paper with them in there, or lay the strips out there and sprinkle them in the strips, but fold it over, wet it down, and sprinkle an 1/8 inch or 1/4 inch of dirt on top of it.
This is
I don't think
balm.
you have to cover them with dirt. So in nature, the wind blows, the seeds spread, they land underground. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Mother Nature doesn't come along and sprinkle a little dirt on top of it. So if you have decent like topsoil, you screened out in that, and there's lots of little itty bitty crevices and stuff in there, which there always is. Just sprinkle some on there, and then use a spray bottle to wet it so they sit still. Let it dry a little bit, then spray some more water and cover it with saran wrap so they get they keep the moisture in, and then they'll germinate out.
Is this a lemon balm?
Yeah, lemon balm. Yeah.
I would just put it into a pot and then broadcast them in there and leave it in the pot.
Yeah.
Until it's time to get more seeds.
Put them out in the yard. They're gonna take over.
Yeah. Well,
I just leave them in the pot until they stop growing. And whatever it could. I've had some spices and herbs last 2 and 3 years so far.
Oh yeah,
in pots.
Where I want to put them at is going out the front door, goes down the steps, and then there's a walkway that's 4 feet. No, sorry, the walkway is 6 feet off the house. The walkway is 4 feet wide, 6 feet off the house, and it goes from there over to the driveway.
Yeah, except they spread like weeds. They'll be growing everywhere.
That's fine. I was thinking about putting a divider in the middle of that near the gas meter, and then throwing in some sun chokes in the last part of it.
Oh, then I'd probably just broadcast them into where you want them, and water it.
Yeah, the problem is all right. That's on the south side of the house. The wind blows from the southwest. And it blows all the weeds from along the Indian Canal, because they don't knock their weeds down. They don't mow it. They don't do jack dilly squat with it. And I get all these weed seeds blowing over there. And I got this stuff. I'm not sure what it's really called, but we call it pigweed. It's got like this little shaped chrysanthemum shaped leaves on it, and it sends a root down to China. And those things I've been spraying for the last year and a half. I've been spraying vinegar on those to try to kill them. It kills them, but the problem is, those are dead. The next seeds there go, okay, we can see the sun. We're gonna grow now. Yeah, and it's like, But right now it's great. It is hard pan, scrape clean. So and I just go out with the vinegar and a little pump sprayer, and it just gets a shot. That one gets a shot. That one gets a shot. And 2 weeks later, I got to go out again. That one gets a shot. That one gets a shot. And just kill the that pigweed crap. Because I was thinking about possibly doing a couple of the 4-inch pots and sprinkling some of them on top of that and seeing if I get those to grow. Get it to grow that way. And that way, once it's a root ball, just dig it out, stick it in there, and just let it spread.
Yeah, that's what I did with that with mint, was put it in some pots.
Yeah.
And then sprinkled it, like put a little scoop here, put a little scoop there, and it spread like wildfire. If that stuff you're talking about, the lemon balm does the same thing, why not?
I got more wild stuff growing around my house here. I got lemon balm, mint, chocolate mint, garlic chives, and they're into the grass. I mean, they all went to seed and blew everywhere. They're just when I weed whack around the garden beds and that, it smells like a salad. It's awesome. I don't smell grass. I smell nothing but herbs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I want to try. I tried planting some nasturtiums out there last year, and between the wind and the rabbits, mainly the rabbits, yeah, I didn't even get a flower. I did not even get a flower out there. Standard installation in Minecraft movie. Yeah. All right. Here's I noticed because, like, all right, when I put out any of my videos I put out here on Grayman Prepping, I watch it with Camp Patton Family Compound to see what YouTube's doing. And I've been seeing a lot more ads on the videos I'm putting out. I went back and watched some of my older videos, the more popular ones, and there's a lot more ads on those as well. I don't know what happened. I don't know if since I hit 2,000, I'm no longer being shadow banned. But, the last month or so, I've been seeing a lot more ads on my stuff. However, even though I've seen a dramatic increase in the number of ads, guess what I've not seen a dramatic increase in?
Money.
You got that right.
Well, doesn't YouTube only pay you for the ads they play for the first 24 hours or something? After that, you get nothing? Or is a percentage drop down?
I don't know about that. They pay for? They're supposed to pay for all ads.
Yeah, well, they make their own rules. So
yes,
there's no. And so ironically, there's no way for you to
start cutting back on these ads. And here's the thing: the ones that probably get the bigger percentage. If you have 50,000 subscribers, they're probably going to pay you more.
Oh yeah, because they got more people watching the ads. Yep.
Well, the thing is, it doesn't. To me, it's like no, it doesn't. That doesn't matter. You still have an ad is being viewed, whether it's being viewed by one person. An ad is being viewed by one person how many times? Yeah, if you have 5,000 people watching an ad, it should be 5,000 that increment. You have 10 people watching the ad, it should be 10 times that exact same increment. But they're not playing that way.
You're not the only channel they're playing more ads on. There's a few other channels that I watch that I've noticed on live streams or videos that they're just playing more ads for some unknown reason.
Well, they're trying to get money because I think they're trying to. I'm not sure. I'm not going to guess on that. But they're playing games. All right. I personally, I think they're trying to get enough funds, and it tells me they're generating a lot of money with these ads, but they're trying to get money so they can buy up competition or buy shares in competition so they can do hostile takeovers.
Most likely, that's the name of the game with competition, right? Like,
okay. Something else is here, and I'm going to get dinged on this one. So it says on my not on StreamYard, but on my YouTube side of it. It says, make Super Chat goal more fun. Make Super Chat more fun with a goal. Set a goal to encourage your audience in a new way. Once you reach your goal, celebrate with your community. It says, pick a goal, and it's 1 Super Chat, 5, 10, and it defaults to 10, and it goes up to 50 Super Chats. And then it says, choose the Super Chat colors that count. And it says, you sort of set the teal and higher, all colors, whatever. Teal and higher is $5. Yellow and higher is 10. It has those, the ones you tell the price you ever do a Super Chat. So, and it set a timer, and it defaults to 30 minutes. So they defaulted to get 10 Super Chats during your live of $5 or higher in 30 minutes. And
they pay you. What percentage do you get of a $10 Super Chat? What do you get? $3?
I'm supposed to get $7.
And what do you get?
I've been seeing more like 3.
Yeah, and they don't want to answer your email.
They're supposed to take 3, and I'm supposed to get. They're supposed to take 30%. I'm supposed to get 70%. Which is why, anyways, I tell people, hey, just send me a Amazon gift card.
Yeah, it's about the best thing.
Yeah, that way you get 100% of it. And that way, a $5 Amazon gift card is equivalent of doing $10 or $15 on the platform. But yeah, they got this thing up here. Yeah, jeez.
Hey, you got that other one. What's that? Buy me a coffee.
I don't drink coffee.
Website. Yeah, same thing. They take a piece of it.
Yeah. Oh. Okay, that does look kind of like my one peppermint plant came up. This does kind of look like it. So maybe I do have a peppermint growing out there. If I can get a peppermint growing and get it to drop more seeds, I'll have more peppermints too.
Yeah, and then they take over like weeds everywhere, and then you're out there with the vinegar trying to kill the damn things because that's what happened to me.
Hey, I accidentally killed all the ones that were growing next to the garage across the street, and they have not come back yet. Good night, Katie Hill Homestead. Oh, anywho's. Yeah, so anyways, coming up, not this Saturday. Let me make sure. Yeah, not this Saturday. The following Saturday, I'm going to do a subscriber/member appreciation drawings. And so on the 12th, make sure I get on the 12th, you have to be there in the live stream on the 12th. I'm going to put out an announcement video on it tomorrow about it. I'm going to talk about it on the other one. So yeah, going to give out several Amazon gift cards and maybe send out some packets of seeds and stuff to people. So yeah. So that's coming up on not this Saturday, but next Saturday. Speaking about what's coming up, tomorrow is on Camp Patton Family Compound is minerals for your garden and yard. And hopefully Ron Netzel, the Green Lizard, will make it in for it. Saturday is back here on Camp Patton, on Grayman Prepping. For Saturday, Survival Saturday is after California falls into the sea. What are your plans? Let's see. Monday is off-grid canning on Camp Patton Family Compound. Tactical Tuesday on Grayman Prepping is do you have enough life insurance? And that takes us up to next Thursday's Midnight Rise. And so
I had to throw that.
He's got a Democrat cornered.
He's howling again.
He's got a Democrat corner or tree. He treated himself a Democrat.
He's got Pelosi in the corner of the yard there with a squirrel.
Oh, speaking of Pelosi, the California rail system, how come it's going broke? Pelosi's husband bought a bunch of the land where it's supposed to go at with a federal grant that was approved by, I'm not saying who, but you know who had a hand in making it. Got a grant, not a loan, a grant to buy the land. And so he bought a bunch of the land, millions and millions and millions of dollars worth, turned around and sold it to Pelosi, what's the other one there? Boxer? No. Female one from California. She got a federal grant as well to buy it from Pelosi's husband. Then she turned around and sold it to the state of California.
Nah, that's not money laundering. Nah, that's legal theft. That's what that is.
Yeah. So basically, Pelosi got the money, pocketed the money that McFadden bought it from. So with the grant, so they pocketed that money, and then Fadden sold it to the state of California, and she pocketed that money. And they've tracked it. Whether or not they're going to do anything about it, well, interesting thing is that it can be done with federal grants. It can be reclaimed if they believe there's any sort of violation of the things and stuff. Feinstein, that's a Feinstein, yes. Frankenstein, yes, it was Frankenstein.
Frankenfeinstein, yeah.
Yeah. And so Pelosi husbands bought it. Feinstein bought it from Pelosi. Feinstein sold it to California. They all made multi-millions on it. And the people of California had it paid for 3 times, once by the state and twice by the federal government.
And all the houses and that are underneath it got bought and
farmland.
Now it's just
farmland.
Yep, it
was farmland, or it was. I have a feeling some of it was state BLM land or whatever. So they things were some of it wasn't supposed to be sold. Was not supposed to be sold, and they got it. They bought it anyways, and they turned around and sold it back to the state. Yeah. Oh, and of course they're screaming, "Doge has access to stuff they shouldn't have." Yeah, they're finding out about how you've been robbing the people of the United States. Personally, I think people like this, when they ferocious, they find out that they're doing a scam, they had to try them for treason.
Yeah, that would work.
Hey, and you know what the sentence is for treason? Life imprisonment or death. I think they need to impose the death sentence on a few of those, especially if they've been in Congress. They need to go ahead and hang them all.
Yeah, in public. If they do a pay-per-view for that, they could probably kill half the national debt in one show, because the entire country would pay $500 to watch it on pay-per-view.
Some of for some of them, they or if they did it 10 at a time per show, $500. Yeah, by the end of the year they could pay off the national debt.
Yep. But before I pay that bill, I try to get a federal grant to make sure I can pay for it.
Do you know what that reminds me of? The Arnold Schwarzenegger movie.
Which one?
The one with Richard Dawson in it. The Running Man.
Running Man. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. All right, Pelosi, let's see how fast you can run. You're going through Meth Head Alley. Will you survive?
Here's your chainsaw here's your electric chainsaw with a dead battery to protect yourself. They should just do a new one. Running Man, California, 2025.
All right. Let me look into that. Hang on a second here.
I don't know if she passed away. She's probably still voting.
Yeah, but it was probably this has been going on for what? How many years? 20, 30 years?
I don't think she quote unquote passed away. If she did, they're not telling us. And all her stuff in the Senate or whatever is still.
Feinstein. All right. She passed away a year and a half ago.
Oh, I don't remember the half.
Yeah,
I don't remember
she was involved in
that one.
10 years ago. She was involved in it. Because I mean that rail thing's been going on for let's see, CA high speed rail.
It was like 2006 or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, the cost is
it's in the hundreds of billions.
It's 128 billion. Project timeline. Come on, I noticed that before then. Oh, phase one began in 2015. The AI, this was something else. On the California High Speed Rail Authority site, but the AI says it's running other numbers here on it's 2000. Okay, now we got all right. 2008 is when it was approved by voters. Yeah, so
right.
Immediately, when it was approved by voters, immediately property was being bought.
Yep. Well, it was probably being bought right before it was approved because there probably weren't any voters actually approving it. It was all
no, there wasn't any grants for it until it was approved.
Yeah, well, they knew it was going to get grants, so that's besides the point.
But there was still a chance that it might have been disapproved by voters. But anyways, yeah. So yeah, it was fine. It was Feinstein and Pelosi dealing. Yeah, they tried to get her. They tried to get her reelected again.
Hey, she's still collecting Social Security, I'm sure. At 118 years old.
Yeah. Oh, all right. We're gonna wrap it up here because I know you got to go to work tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I do.
And other people are already dropping off here, so yeah.
Good times.
Yeah. Anywho, yeah, so I got a boatload of squash coming up. I got a boatload of tomatoes coming up. I got a few peppers coming up of each type. Oh, some of my watermelon seeds sprouted a little root this afternoon, so
cool.
I got to go in there and put them into pots. I wanted the roots to get a little bit longer before I put them into pots. All right, everyone.
You have fun with that.
Yeah. Everyone, remember, stay happy no matter what life throws at you. Stay safe. Don't go out and do anything foolish. Keep adding to your preps: water, food, medicine, clothing, seeds. Lots of seeds. And do an indoor garden and learn a new skill every month. All right, everyone. Take care, and we'll see you tomorrow night on Camp Patton Family Compound for minerals for your garden.
Yeah. Have a good night.
Have a good night.